All right. Well, let's get into it. So week 12 recap, folks. We're here. We're ready to go. We're doing it. Only one more week. And there's still probably at least two spots that are like fully up for grabs, right? I mean, we got Jacoby's in, Erica's in, Cody's in, Strozzi's probably in, right?
Strozzi could potentially not be in, but
Okay,
it's
so
yeah.
then maybe three spots up for grabs still. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And there's technically five people still, not like six people, but the last two people have to like outscore by.
It's three spots and five people is what it is.
Yeah,
that's. I mean, we got a good league, man. It's competitive the whole way through, all the way up into the last.
We have a good league.
Scrapping and clawing. People are trying to do shiesty trade deals the day before the deadline. You know, there's all kinds of stuff that goes on.
What happened? What happened, Patrick?
It was not designated by me.
What happened? What happened to you, Patrick?
I'm not trying to air out people's dirty laundry.
Sounds like you were, because you brought it up.
This thing isn't going to happen until after the fucking trade deadline. Why not?
We just made it aside. It's all good.
Because it takes you at least 9 days to load a podcast.
That's right. It won't happen until the deadline. So no. Anyway, what Cody's trying to do here is he's over here. He's trying to what do you say? Feast on a wounded animal, as you would say. And say that I need to make a trade for 1 week just to get into the playoffs. Like I'm going to need that anyway. I mean, I'll probably get in either way because of the points.
Well, can I ask who he offered?
He's offering Dak Prescott, and he's probably going to be over here like, let me get Tyreek Hill for Dak Prescott or something like that.
Oh, didn't even make you an offer? He just tried to pick the meat off the bones?
No, it was real clean. Dak Prescott for Lamar Jackson.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah. Absolutely.
My quarterback's better fantasy quarterback.
I saw Dak Prescott bumped up to like the QB3 on the rest of season rankings.
It's not a terrible trade. I didn't know that's what he was going for because I didn't really entertain it. Still probably not going to entertain it. I don't really need to do that. So,
okay.
We'll see. I'll think about it. I got a day.
Cody offered me a shiesty little trade, and
isn't that shiesty though?
The trade was different, but the
shiesty though,
the trade maneuver was exactly the same.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. I mean, it's not a bad idea. I can't blame
No, it's not. I mean, what do you do when you're sitting on top? You sit back and rest on your laurels? No, you try to build that roster.
Well, you try to add some firepower before you get there. I get it.
You don't always get to have 2 weeks in a row where your games don't matter.
Well, Erica sliding through with a victory on the back of
another person.
Fourth quarter.
2 games.
Hockenson. Yeah, that was wild. She's been so
just enough. She needed 13. She got 13.5.
Let's get right into that matchup. Not only that Hockenson touchdown that we're talking about. Do you guys know about that Zay Flowers touchdown that happened at the end of Baltimore? That was garbage time. That was let's get a first down and the game's over. Zay Flowers was in the backfield and took a handoff 40 yards for a touchdown
that he almost fumbled.
Could have slid.
That's the Josh Jacobs. That's the Josh Jacobs play from last year.
That's exactly it. Oh my God, Erica's win is because I didn't watch the Sunday night or the Monday night matchup because I just didn't care. And it wasn't until after the fucking Monday night when I looked back at that Sunday touchdown. I'm like, wait, with 1:13 left, up by 3, Zay Flowers gets a 40-yard rushing touchdown. What the fuck is that?
You guys, we've been ragging on Cody for his blind luck all season, but Erica has 3 wins in the last 4 weeks by less than 1 point.
She is lucky. I mean, when we go to the casino, she's also the only one that ever wins. So it's like it's kind of in keeping.
Keep giving her all your money.
Yeah, it's true. I should just walk in the casino and be like, "Here you go. I'm going to sit down over there, and you have a good time." Because I only ever lose money. She only ever wins money. It's probably the right strategy. But
the last 2 games that Todd had to watch, he just said, "All right. Everything here is going just fine as long as
it's brutal.
Player X doesn't do this thing now that there's 10 seconds left."
Mm-hmm. And
Todd just can't catch a break, man.
He's been locked
probably going to make it in, but he'll probably still make it in because his squad's been firing though. And Kyron back looks like the realness. They're playing Arizona, but I mean,
sure, but he needs to win this week, or I can sneak in. And he's got Devonta Adams on a bye, and he's got James Cook on a bye.
I don't know if he necessarily needs James Cook, though. I mean, he's got other guys he can play, but Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
Who else does he have to play? Because I'm looking at it and I see Jeff Wilson projected at 3.0.
Who are the Dolphins playing?
Washington.
He should not be at 3.0. I mean, they should be able to run all over. That's a low projection. He should be able to run
all. I mean, Washington's going to score though. Miami's going to be throwing the ball.
I don't know, man. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. But I mean, he's not as sure-footed as you might think.
That's true. I'm just, I'm an eternal optimist for all parties, including myself. But the thing is, should we talk a little bit about like some of the news in the league? You guys just want to go right into Todd Erica's matchup? Is that what we want to do this week? So we're doing.
I think yeah. Let's lock into the league. This is
let's lock into
time.
It is, man.
Yeah, let's spend our time on the league. So, I mean, if we're talking about it, we kind of already touched on a few things.
The best matchup of the week too. I mean, just look at it.
I mean, yeah, like both teams, perform. Both teams put up points. Jalen Hurts and the Eagles find a way to get it done again.
Makes me sick. Makes me sick.
I don't know how they
frauds.
keep doing it. Well, I mean, yeah, you can say that, but they keep winning these games. And it's not like the Vikings last year where
a lot of ref help.
There's been some of that. A
lot of it.
But they still make the plays.
Weeks.
Fair. But they still make the plays that they need to make in crunch time. The James Bradbury interception, the Jalen Hurts 25-yard touchdown run, they still had to make those plays. You know what I mean? It's not like they're not playing good football in crunch time when they need to.
That's accurate.
They're getting calls, but like they're still playing good football.
And they're never out of the game. You never see them down more than even 10 points. And even then, you still feel pretty confident they'll be in it by the end.
Well, they just figure out a way. I mean, like, the Chiefs game, like we were saying, the defense just came alive in the second half. The offense started being able to move the ball a little bit.
No, MVS dropped the ball, and Gabe Davis turned the wrong way.
Yeah.
That's
the Eagles season. MVS dropped the ball, and Gabe Davis turned to the left in a fucking cover zero.
It's true, but with so many years, I remember making the argument about the Patriots and all these calls and but that's part of it. That's part of the recipe. If you're the team that doesn't make the mistakes, you have the advantage over the teams. You have an advantage over the teams that do.
Well, I mean, look at the Patriots in the Super Bowl against the Falcons. Okay, they're down 28. They get a freaking helmet catch or whatever it was to save the day. You know what I mean? Was that in that game or was that when they're playing the Giants? I don't recall. The helmet catch.
The helmet catch was the Giants.
That was the Giants, yeah.
But either way, there was some wild plays. I think there was one crazy catch.
That was the first one they lost against the Giants, by the way, because they lost against the Giants 4 years later in the Super Bowl, too.
Oh, and it wasn't even them. That was the Giants player. I'm misremembering history. But anyway, it doesn't matter.
Cut this part out. Cut this part out.
Cut it, whatever, guys. Just,
Editing process. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we're not editing that.
That's going to cost 6 hours editing time.
Yes.
You said 6 days wrong.
You guys ain't getting this pod until next Friday. So anyway, we talk about Jalen Hurts, the Eagles, Kyron Williams. Welcome back to Todd's lineup.
No joke.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, crushing day.
No business being that fantasy relevant.
He put up 35 points on 22 touches.
He had a huge run. He had like a 55-yard touchdown.
And he had like a 25-yard screen that went the distance too, I think. That was gross.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like to me, unless they add somebody in the draft, he's gonna be a worthwhile, like maybe third, fourth round pick next year. I don't think he should go much earlier than that, but I think he's kind of proved himself this year that he can get it done.
Yeah, yes.
I mean, and do you start running backs against Arizona? Because even Royce Freeman, the backup, had 13 carries for 77 and a touchdown.
I mean, it clearly was the game plan with Cooper Kupp kind of banged up, and I think Puka maybe was dealing with an injury a little bit too, but they got it done in the running game. I think Higbee had 2 touchdowns in this game too, as well, if I'm not mistaken.
It was either this week or last week. I can't remember which.
Yeah. But either way, I mean, the weeks start melding together at this point in the season sometimes, to be honest with you. But, nice game from him. CeeDee Lamb, a little bit pedestrian if you compare it to the way he's been playing lately. But, pedestrian, still getting 15 points. That's nice,
That's a nice floor, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, he's been killing it lately. Jeff Wilson had a respectable week. Honestly, Raheem Mostert wasn't doing anything the whole game, and then he gets 2 touchdowns there in the second half, I believe.
God, another improbable thing to happen for Erica. I forgot about that.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
They didn't need that touchdown. They didn't need it at all.
No, they didn't.
And he almost didn't go in. If you watch the replay, he was thinking about sliding down, and he's like, "Nah, I'm going to score." And he just like jumped in the end zone.
That's
a lot of help.
I mean, how many rushing touchdowns does Trevor Lawrence have this year? Got one this week.
I mean, he's got quite a few, and he was right when he was talking about. Well, we're talking about Todd's team. Let's wait a second here. So, Devonta Smith had a nice game.
Talk about winners.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I mean, if we want to move to Erica's team, that's fine. I think Todd's team put up a valiant effort, let down by Dalton Schultz. That can happen with any tight end that's not a top tier tight end. I mean, that's just kind of what it is. Cleveland, mostly due to the fact that they don't really have a quarterback right now, and it's tough to play defense. When the other
just
team
on the field constantly.
Yeah.
They also by the end of the game.
They also ran into the buzzsaw Denver Broncos. What the fuck?
Is it 5 straight now or 6 straight?
5. That's 5.
Yeah. Hey, remember when you said they weren't going to the playoffs?
I still mean that.
Yeah, I think you're wrong.
I mean, 6-5 isn't playoff, a lock either. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They have a better chance of getting to the playoffs than the Bills do, which is stupid.
Ooh, that is stupid.
Stupid.
Think about the teams they beat. They beat the Browns. They beat the Bills. They beat the Chiefs. All 3 of those are top of the heap in the AFC. Like they beat some good teams. You know what I mean?
Well, we're gonna pump the brakes on calling the Browns top of the heap in the AFC without a quarterback.
Yeah, they beat good teams, but they gave up 70 points in one game. Like
they did.
That was before they made all their adjustments that they made on defense.
How many games do they have against the Chargers still? Because they're going to lose both of them if they do.
I don't know.
They're going to lose both games against the Chargers. You're right, but the Chargers are going to beat the brakes off the Broncos. I can just feel it.
They might, man. I don't know. The Denver's playing good football lately, but
I mean, it depends on how quickly Brandon Staley gets fired, I guess.
They've got the Chargers twice. They got the Patriots, the Raiders, and then the Lions.
So they're going to win 2 of those at least. And then if they get one of the other ones, then they'll be in the playoffs.
I don't know if they're going to win 2.
I'm not falling 3-3. It puts them at what 9-6.
9-8. 9-8.
That might do it. That might do it.
They'll get in on 9-8. 9-8.
I don't think they're getting in. I don't think they're getting in. Fuck Denver.
I think they're getting in. But anyway, let's talk about
the highlight of this matchup was the TJ Hawkins sauce. Mm-hmm. She needed 13 points, and she got 13.6, and it came on. I didn't see how long the play was, like 20 or 30-yard touchdown, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
The other part of it, she just got it all going her way too. We talk about Raheem Mostert, right? TJ Hawkinson, Zay Flowers, all those touchdowns right at the end of the game. Calvin Ridley also, okay. Yep. Like I was just saying last week, put the man in the slot. The touchdown he scored, roasted the dude on a slant route to back in the end zone. Literally come back out the next play, go for 2 so they can have a 7-point lead. Basically ran the exact same route. And he got him again, and he turned around.
I forgot the fact that she took an 8-point fucking swing on only scores right there. And when you win by this amount of money, an 8-point swing, oh my god, she doesn't get the 2-point conversion, she loses.
Yeah, I know. 4 guys right there. Just random stuff.
Got everything she needed. If you put like a bullet list of like a check mark on either side, she got them all.
It's the ultimate parlay.
Yeah. She needs to start playing some parlays, clearly.
She does. She'd be a millionaire.
I mean, good God, But I mean, there's not much else to say, really. Jamar Chase had a respectable week with the backup. You like to see a floor of 10. Hopefully he can maintain that, or that'll be a big loss for her.
He better be productive on his targets, though, because that's the 3rd week in a row where he's gotten 6 or 7 targets in a game. You don't like that.
They don't have an efficient offense. They can't stay on the field with that backup quarterback. Then you're not on the field to run plays, you can only get so many targets, So like that's what it is with them right now.
Yep.
Does she play Jaden Reed instead of Jamar Chase at any point?
The way he's been playing lately, I mean, Jaden Reed is like I was saying maybe last week. Jaden Reed's like becoming the guy in that offense.
Yeah,
they're giving him a lot of looks.
Oof.
She's got a lot of guys that she could throw in there. I mean, in the right matchup, Josh Downs could be thrown in there. You know what I mean? The way he's been involved. Still seems like he's coming back a little bit from his injury, but this was the best I saw him look. I watched a little bit of that game, and he looked like he was looking when he was putting up more significant points with Minshew. So if he's kind of getting back to that level, they got Tennessee next week, which is a juicy matchup. Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Atlanta, you're not worried about any of those defenses. You know what I mean? Like not in the passing game anyway. Defense up front with TJ Watt and them is a different story. But anything else to say about this one, guys? I mean, Erica squeaks out another one,
and guarantees her bye with it. She will be moving on to week 15 as the luckiest member of this entire squad. I would like her to lose in week 15 because seeing her in the finals with this thing that she's got going on.
Blessed squad.
Don't need it.
No joke.
Don't need it.
And she was ecstatic she got the win too because she was very worried about who she was going to play at her RB2 spot this coming week because Keaton Mitchell and Josh Jacobs are out. So she would have to pick up some bum. She wouldn't have had anybody, but doesn't have to worry about it now. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't have to worry about it.
So, do you want to talk about mine and Jake's next? You want to save that one? What do you want to do?
Yeah, let's get that one over with.
Let's go ahead and talk about it. Oh man,
what a lame week.
What a lame
Felt good
team.
for me. Felt good for me. It felt good that the Jets just decided to not put their best defender on Tyreek Hill. That felt great. That was awesome.
They didn't.
It was hilarious. It's like, yeah, let's not put maybe one of the best young corners in the game against the best wide receiver in the game. That
he barely even played in the second half or was relevant, but he put up 18 points by halftime. Just like,
that's what he does this year.
Thanksgiving Day, I had to watch both your running backs. And Stephon, wait, was it? No, not Stephon Diggs. It was somebody else. You had the Lions defense.
DK didn't do shit.
And your kicker going. And then I had to watch your fifth player go on Friday. I could barely enjoy my holiday. But coming out of the weekend, I wasn't feeling that bad about it. I had Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce lined up. It was going to be great. Max Crosby hadn't practiced all week. It was going to be in Vegas away from the snowstorm. Crosby is a different breed of human, played anyway. And Kelce looks like he put on freshman 15. He's just not that good.
A little old.
They're
a little old.
They're using him as a decoy so they can give 12 targets to Noah Gray and whoever the hell else they're Watkins, the other back.
Rashee Rice had a big game too. Had over 100 yards and a touchdown.
It didn't end up mattering, but there was one Patrick Mahomes pass to Rice. And he lunged across the goal line, and it was a touchdown. You could see it clear as day in the replay, but they called it short at the inch line, and Andy Reid decided to just hurry to the line and hand it off. So Pacheco fucking thefted two Patrick Mahomes.
I know. Every time they kept running the ball in, I was like, fuck yeah. feel how it feels when the Ravens run every inside the 5 play, and it's a run play to Gus Edwards. Feel how it feels.
Yeah, it's bad. And Breece Hall is stuck on the worst offense I've ever seen in my life.
Oh man,
get Rodgers back.
And the coaches
in the playoffs, you might get Rodgers back.
The coaches said they want to see more out of Breece Hall. They said
he
needs to get grimy.
You know how many times I saw him go to the flat and the quarterback snapped it and immediately looked to the other flat and just stared at it and then just either got sacked. He was the least mobile quarterback ever.
Oh, I mean, you're not getting an upgrade when you're going to Tim Boyle from Zach Wilson. They're the same guy. You just have a guy that maybe he's going to take more sacks instead of making boneheaded throws, but that's not better. Okay, it just means you're not going to turn the ball over. Just going to
he can extend plays, and when you extend plays in the pass game, you tend to dump it down to the running back. It can help out a little bit.
He's right.
You just better hope that right around that you make it into like week 15. Okay, you just better hope by week 15 A-Rod is ready to go. Because
Jake's not going to be there week 15.
Might not matter. I need it this week.
Yeah.
I need it this week.
Yeah, it's true. I mean,
and now he needs it this week.
Also, like I was saying a few weeks ago, Austin Eckler, man, there's something ain't right. He doesn't
Dude,
look right.
you guys saw that thing I sent you about that top speed that he hit like last year to this year. His fastest
No, I
run
missed
this
that.
year is so like last year, like in the open, he was at like 20.9 miles per hour. And there's that one play where he gets down the sideline last week in his top speed, and like he's in full stride. 13.6
I think I'm gonna be
miles per
talking.
hour.
I might be talking
He
next
lost
week
it.
about
So,
all the potential on my team that didn't pan out because like the Cooper
Mhm.
Cup ankle injury that turned into a hamstring injury that turned into an ankle injury.
Mhm.
Golly, the only person that's been like consistent is Cortland Sutton, and he's only made my starting lineup twice.
Brandon Ayuk too. Brandon Ayuk
That's
just had
true.
an
Ayuk's been
Achilles,
awesome.
you know.
Yeah, dude,
Um,
it's
Even Justin Tucker missed a field goal.
I
You went-
celebrated so hard when that happened. Everybody else too. You remember when they kept cutting all the guys in the silence? They're like, he missed. What the
All
hell?
those,
The
all
guy
those
does
check
not
marks,
miss.
all those check marks that Erica got, I have empty boxes in every one of them. Because if I'd have gotten probably 80% of them, I probably would have squeaked out a win. But none of them
It
went
would
my
have
way.
been very close. It would
None
have
of
been very
them.
close.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, I mean, it was going right for me in the Baltimore game too because Herbert was down there. That touchdown could have ended up going to Eckler. Jadeveon Clowney comes in, strip sack. Nice. Let's take another 4 minutes off the clock. We loved that. It was
Nice.
beautiful, you know. And it's also feels very vindicating that Tony Pollard is now getting in the end zone every week because I knew it was coming. I looked at their schedule. There's no way. There's
It better
no
be
way.
coming.
Yeah,
Like-
no joke.
Like that offense needs more
It's
20
almost-
in it.
I mean, we've had 3 dud games in a row as the Cowboys, so it does seem like maybe that was kind of game design, you know? Some of those games where you're up 10 or 15, you don't need to run heavy Pollard, give him 30 carries when you can use Rico Dowdle and people like that. Keep him fresh for weeks
Yeah.
14 and 15.
Well, yeah. I mean, they got some big matchups coming against Philly and Buffalo. I think he's going to run all over Seattle this coming week, though, too. So we're excited about that.
I don't after next week, not this week, but after next week's matchups, unless some crazy things happen, it's almost a foregone conclusion that the Cowboys are going to be a wild card team. And it's so weird to like consider like one, know that you're getting in, and two, know that
you're not going to get anything better. Than
You're
that.
forward,
you're
feeling
on the
the
road the
same.
whole time. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And so I see a pretty big scenario in case like not using a lot of high impact like offensive weapons like going.
I don't
forward.
know. I can see
I
that
think
going
that
either
means
way
maybe they
because
run the ball,
there's also the argument that
Mhm.
you don't want your players to get cold. You want to keep
Yeah.
the engine hot, you know? And
Yeah.
if you can get a 3 seed, you still have an opportunity. You just need one of the top seeds to
Can't get a 3 seed.
No, they can't. They can only
They
get
can't get a
up to
3
6
seed.
No, you're
because they're
right.
not
You're
gonna
right.
get a
Yeah.
division winner.
That's
Yeah.
wild card. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. It could go either way. I do not see them not trying to beat Philadelphia, not employing their full effort against Philadelphia.
Oh, that's why I said after next week, because that's what it
Yeah.
is. Because Philly's
Yeah.
got San Francisco this week and then Dallas next week.
Yeah.
And
mean, that's-
so there's
know.
the odds, not the odds, there's the chance that Philly is the 5th seed in the NFC in 2 weeks. And it wouldn't be like crazy. It wouldn't be nuts. It would just be
They're only
like, how
2
do you
games
go?
back,
Yeah. And it's
you know.
They
Because
got-
Cowboys are playing the short week this week, so they'll have an extra couple of days of rest before they play the Eagles, and the Eagles are playing in Dallas too.
That game against San Fran is going to be a very physical
Mhm.
game too.
Yeah.
And San Fran is favored in that game.
Trent Williams
They
is
could
going to hurt
easily
some
lose.
people.
I mean, he has a knack for doing that.
He sure does. Thank you, Landon Vander.
Landon Vanderson.
Landon Vanden Smanden.
Doesn't matter.
Number-
He ain't playing the rest of the year, so
No,
who cares?
his career's over. We talk about the year.
I mean, he fucked up his neck, right? Like,
Yeah.
That's what happened. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
not great.
I think Leighton Vander Esch is going to play football again.
I mean, Trent Brown is like if Shrek came to life and was very mean. That's
So is Trent
basically
Williams.
like, you know. Yeah. But anyway, the rest of my team, I don't know if there's really much else to say. My running backs all showed up. That was nice. The only wrong call I made was to not play Ramondre, and I didn't lose much for it. It's nice to see him really being used as a workhorse, as he should. You know, So we're feeling positive about that. And
I mean,
we're
you
on
also
to
made
next
the wrong
week.
call in defense. Like, don't cut yourself short. There's a couple wrong calls.
Yeah, the defensive call wasn't great. I mean, we didn't have faith in my Packers, and they proved me wrong. And what a win. That felt good.
Man.
Get around with the family, beat the shit out of the Lions.
It's a bummer. It's a bummer that your faith in the Packers being small is going to cost you a point title.
I don't think so. I'm still up by 8 points. I just got to put together a decent
8
week.
points?
Oh,
Do you think you're 8
talk
points
about
better?
that for a second? Because my God, is Todd going to miss out by less than 11 points and miss out on the point title?
It would be
because like he'd had the lead by 3 or 4 points right now if he hadn't done that. Should I say scared move a couple weeks ago?
Well, it's called a scared move.
If I don't win it, out of all the people that could win it, I don't mind it being Todd.
None of us mind it being Todd.
Don't mind it being Todd either.
None of us mind it being
Todd.
But
if it's not Todd and it's not Todd by less than 11 points, that's a talking point.
Yeah,
that's a talking point for the rest of history.
I mean, I got to probably put up like a solid 110 to 120. That's what's going to take. And because I don't know if Todd's putting up 140 again, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
See him do it.
Anything else to say, Jake?
Good win.
Yeah, suck it, dude.
I said good win. He says suck it. I gotta retract my good win. Go fuck yourself.
Can't do that. It's already out there.
Redacted.
Hey, dude, you told me to suck it would be earlier this year, so there you go.
Redacted.
Right back at you.
Fancy
all you gotta do is beat Cody.
But you can't do that. You know that. You never have.
Wait, you two play each other this week?
No, in the playoffs.
Oh, okay.
He won't be there. It's fine.
Don't worry about it. Anyway,
I'm not worried about it.
Let's talk about you getting beat by the perennially underscoring Brant's team. Let's talk about that. What do you have to say for yourself?
We can talk about it shortly because it really has almost no playoff implications.
Yeah, it's true. It has 0 playoff implications. He's out. I'm in. I get a bye. It took the strongest point total of the week and against me of the season to get that victory. Hey, good job. Good job,
Brant. Massive outing by Josh Allen. Classic Josh Allen outing. 40 points from Josh Allen.
He did great. I'll see you all in week 15.
Yeah, talk about it a little bit more. I gotta address something here a little bit. You guys carry on.
There's nothing to carry on. We're gonna move it on quick.
All right, on to the next
Brand
one.
did really good. I also did really good. Brand did better.
Brand's positioning himself for the loser bracket. Yep. I mean, let's look at the standings real quick just to see if there is mathematically, because it says he's not eliminated by the standings, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But his points, if you look at the points for, he's 96. He would need to probably outscore he would need a win. He would need 2 or 3 people to lose ahead of him. And he would need to outscore by about 80 points over everybody else.
He would need to have like
the
200 point week to do it.
So probably safe to say he's eliminated.
It's probably out.
Yeah, Brant's been gone for a couple weeks.
That's with a W on 140 points. So
yeah. Well, it's just happening in Atlanta a little bit too late. They're finally realizing, hey, we have this great running back. Maybe we should feed him.
I don't think it's happening in Atlanta. It happened in Atlanta for 1 week.
I don't know. I mean, it seems like last week I think he did all right too. Did he not? Yeah, last 2 weeks. Okay, go and look at his stat line. Right.
I don't want to do
what
that.
He got
I want
to
move on.
2 weeks versus what he got for the last 4 weeks before.
Hey, just say you're right, Patrick, because it's
I'm
accurate.
Right. I'm right.
And then we can move on. And we all win.
Move on. All right. Moving on. Next matchup.
I'll do it for him. Yeah, let's move on.
All right. Do we want to talk about Trish and Allen?
No.
We can mention what happened.
Well, Allen lost to who's going to potentially be against him in the Sacco Bowl. Allen, you better fucking get it together.
This does look to be the Sacco lineup right now. I say that both of these teams outscored me this week. So,
well, and what really sucks for me, by the way, is that I get to play Trish next week, right? Whose team sucked all year long. Okay, can't win a week.
Oh yeah, it really sucks.
Heard it here first, Trish.
Guess who's coming back next week? And I'm going to get
Justin Jefferson, baby.
Yeah, that's going to be great. I'm going to really enjoy that. Really, really looking forward to when I need a win. And the last week of the season, this stupid inter-household trade that happens is going to buzzsaw me.
And they're playing in a dome in Vegas.
It's going to be terrible. I hope Josh Dobbs gets ripped in half.
I hope Josh Dobbs
It's not gonna
realizes
matter.
that
It's JJ.
the only future he's got in the NFL is to throw to Justin Jefferson 27 times.
How quickly that man went from the astronaut to the astronaut is blowing my mind.
Thank you. Because, oh my God, I was saying this on this pod last week when you guys were just giving him all the flowers.
I said I love the nickname. And what he did for 2 weeks was impressive. You not acknowledging that makes you a hater. Doesn't make you realistic.
Look, it was exactly like Jeremy Lin. We all liked it. It's over.
Well, there's film on him now. I mean, people are figuring him out. He's been a backup quarterback for a reason. He's obviously playing at a higher level this year, clearly, than he's played in his career. Is he a starting quarterback in the NFL? I don't think so.
No, he ain't.
Probably not.
He ain't.
Too much of his game relies on shit falling apart and him making something happen on his legs, and that only works for like 3 or 4 years.
Or if you're Michael
nasty
Vick.
hit, it's true. But if you're not once in a generation talent, it's not going to last.
Michael Vick could also sling it though too.
Cannon. Cannon.
So they literally had a commercial about it. How strong his arm was. When he threw it out of the stadium. Remember that one?
It was so good.
Yeah. But anyway, good times. Not much else to say here other than I really hope I don't get screwed on the Justin Jefferson nonsense next week.
Yeah, let's move on. Let's get these fucking losers off this podcast.
The average Jakes in Austin did have some playoff implications.
Yeah, it did.
Jake needed that one to not be in the spot that I'm in right now.
It would have helped me either way this week, but it helps more that Austin lost actually because that pushes him down and it bumps me up. It would have been hard. I think
it's finally struck midnight on Austin's magical comeback season.
I think
this was it.
His playoff hopes are the exact same as Brent's. He would need like a 200-point week and some help in the W column.
Gotta say bravo to Austin though. This is clearly the best he's ever done in the league. His team was very competitive, and he
made a lot of you cunts nervous.
Yeah, I mean, he had some.
And he beat you, dumbass.
Yeah, he did. He beat you, right?
Yeah.
Or did he beat me?
No, he lost to me by like a point, but it was on the back of like one of the luckiest weeks I've had all year.
I think he beat me too, didn't he? Pretty sure he beat me too. Yeah, but anyway.
You mean Austin was a point away from getting a pod sweep?
He might have.
Damn. Yeah. That'd put him in the playoffs.
That's an accomplishment. He beat all three of us. But
he didn't.
An accomplishment he'll have to wait another year to find out about.
He also lost to Patrick, so I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
I don't know, guys.
He only beat
12.
Well, because remember, Austin started 0-5, and his one win that he had was against the previously undefeated team.
That's right.
Came out of nowhere.
That was fun. I remember that week.
I remember that week. I was in Vegas, and the Cowboys were getting fucking trounced by the Niners.
Yeah, they did get their ass.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I mean, the big story here for Austin, if we're actually covering this a little bit, is that although the Dolphins won the game pretty convincingly, Tua did not have a good game. Threw a pick six, threw another interception, did not have a major passing day, got the one to Tyreek. But, most of the other scoring was 2 Mostert touchdowns and a defensive touchdown.
And Brian Robinson
right at the end of half,
rolled up against the Cowboys. Like that's like his biggest gem of the season. It just was a bad matchup.
Yeah, and then Gus Edwards did not have the night against that LA defense that he probably should have.
And if you're going to look at Derrick Henry too, I know we mentioned when I called you out on the possibly trading him away last week. I was in trade talks with Austin for Derrick Henry as well, and I'm sure he told you the same thing. He really wanted to keep him for this matchup against Carolina, which turned out to be a great call because he got 2 touchdowns and 20 points, but it wasn't enough to put him over the hump.
And he's still starting people like Jonnu Smith too.
Yeah, you got to do something better than that, man. I mean, there's got to be something better than the second tight end for the Atlanta Falcons. Can
you believe? Say that again. There's got to be something better.
Second tight end.
Than the second tight end for the Atlanta Falcons.
Probably the first.
Yeah,
There's got to be something better than the first tight end for the Atlanta Falcons, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can find stuff. Like you could have found Freiermuth. Freiermuth is a hot option this week. with his involvement after the departure of Mr. Canada in Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah. They had that stat. I can't remember how many games it was, but it was the second longest streak in NFL history of consecutive games without hitting the 400-yard mark, which is like your typical 300 yards for a QB, one for a running back. And they fire that guy, and then the next week they immediately.
Yeah.
That was, I mean, pretty good. What do you say? Vindication for the GM and his move that he made there. But Matt Canada is not a good coach. I don't understand why that guy keeps getting jobs. I've never liked him. I don't think he's a good coach.
I never liked him.
No, I never thought he was good. I mean, I don't have anything against him.
I met the guy,
but I don't think
piece of shit.
We went, I had drinks in a bar once with him, really full of himself, kind of an asshole, doesn't really know football. But anyway,
Canadians.
So, fucking Canadians. They don't belong in our league. Go up there and play with your stupid field goal post.
And your fucking your 20-yard fucking goal lines. Bullshit.
Goals there.
Idiots.
Hey, let's run into the field goal post. That sounds fun. Stupid Canadians.
Idiots.
Anyway,
I stand behind this Canadian hate, okay? Stand behind my Canadians. I love their bacon.
The only Canadian I support is Celine Dion. That's it.
He's all right.
It's the end of it.
He's not a believer. A Canadian. He's all right too. Anyway, but the only thing about the Derrick Henry thing to finish out this little chat about Austin's team is that when Derrick Henry's playing at this point in the year and he's playing the worst run defense in the league, you expect Derrick Henry to put up like 30 to 40. You expect even more than what he did.
He's just old.
Derrick Henry, expect 150 and 3 touchdowns. Like that's what Derrick Henry does.
Yeah, I guess, but you also forget they have a different quarterback, and he's turned out to not be that good.
Mm-hmm. I think he has potential. He's very raw still.
But at this point, he's not very good.
That's true.
This week.
All right. Let's cover the winner a little bit and move on. This one's not that juicy either. I want to get to preview season, baby.
Well, you have a shit the bed performance on both sides by Chicago and Minnesota. Horrible game. Really glad I didn't watch that.
Horrible game.
Jahmyr Gibbs, his team got boathoused by my pack. What's up?
Come on.
Anyway, so he didn't have a great game there. James Conner, same deal, getting crushed by LA. They got to throw the ball. AJ Brown down week by his standards. Only 12 points. Nice to see.
You've mentioned 4 of his guys how they didn't have good weeks, and he won by fucking 24. So like, what are you talking about, dog?
Well, they didn't have. Look at the bottom of it, and you're getting 23 between your kicker and your defense.
Yeah,
Najee Harris actually looked alive, and Samson Laporticus, the tight end 4 as a rookie.
Samson Laporticus.
He's so involved in that offense. I mean, he's a great tight end.
Dynasty player.
Absolutely, yeah. Mm-hmm. So valuable in Dynasty. Yeah. Bummed I got Musgrave instead of him. Musgrave's good too, but he's no Sammy ball game.
He got like 40% of his points between his tight end and his kicker and his defense. And that's how you
win.
That's how you win.
That's how you win.
Not in the postseason, it isn't, but it's how you win the regular season.
True. That's how you win.
Sammy Hot Dogs doing his thing, But anyhow.
Cheeseburger, porta potty. That's the guy.
Yeah.
They say. All right, let's move on.
We gotta stop saying it. We gotta stop saying it. We gotta stop saying it.
Let's move on. Nice win, Jake. Gets him into the playoffs, cements it in as the third lock.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a lock.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's Jacoby.
He controls his own destiny.
He does. He wins and he's in, but he's also on the list of people that if he loses and I win, and I gotta outscore him by 30.
Mm-hmm.
So he's almost a lock, but not quite. Not quite.
30 points outscoring somebody is not impossible.
Not impossible, but how likely?
Not likely, but it could happen.
I've seen a couple 70-point weeks from Jake this week.
Yes, you have.
Which is good because you haven't seen many 130 points.
That's right.
Speaking of Strozy, look who's calling me.
Well, you want to put him on? I can mute myself.
Yeah, I don't know
what's
what's
going
on.
on.
I'm not gonna
I want to
answer
see
that.
what he's got.
I'm not
You
gonna
can
answer
edit the video.
Come on.
All right.
We never get a call
what's up,
in pod.
Hey. Oh, not bad. I'm on the pod right now. You're on the pod too. So what's up? Shozy says, "What's up?"
What's
All
up?
right, man. Sounds good. All right, bye.
I'm going to talk about that trade later, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to discuss some options.
I don't know what he's got
trade
going on,
deadline.
but let's need to talk about some.
Yeah.
Anyway,
fantasy football trade.
let's talk about Jacoby and the piss the bed performance that Luis had. I mean, horrendously bad. I don't know what we're doing. You know, I mean, you can be forgiven for not playing CJ Stroud. Okay, you might have thought Brock Purdy was going to do it. That's fine. I get that. But Jonathan Taylor on the bench,
that was clearly just not paying attention.
Yeah,
that was going. I'm 5-6. I'm not going to make the playoffs. I don't need to look at this anymore.
Yeah, well, you can't be doing that, bud. You ain't going to be in the league next year. You know?
It's true. It's true.
It didn't end up mattering because Jacoby fucking blew the lid off of it. But Tom would have had a legitimate gripe if Luis would have just barely lost.
He did get doubled up.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, he couldn't have done it no matter how he sliced it, but still.
Yeah. Good to remark upon that.
It's true. We don't really need to talk too much about his team. Mike Evans keeps doing the damn thing, though. I mean, what a year he's having with Baker. Mm-hmm. Jordan, Jacoby's had the stones to roll Jordan Love out there lately, and he's been helped out greatly by that. Jordan Love with probably the best game I've ever seen him play. I said that last week. I think he played better this week. 270, 3 touchdowns.
He looked so much better than Jared Goff in that game, and that just didn't make any motherfucking sense.
And he used his feet too. I mean, he had a 40-yard run at one point in that game. He's playing well. It's not you love
against one of the front runners in the NFC. Not that we're playing some Joe Schmo New York Giants team or something.
Mm-hmm.
Packers clearly wanted that one bad after the butt kicking they got in Lambeau. I mean, they were fired up for that game. It was pretty clear. Yep. But and then you have Christian McCaffrey doing what he's been doing all year long too. He's putting up points. You know what I'm saying?
He's the best player in the NFL.
I mean, yeah, clearly. I mean,
nice to see him back. Who's not a quarterback? Nice to see him in the starting lineup.
Yeah, it's good. It's good that fucking Jacoby figured that out. That fucking
can we talk about who did he give you for Takedale? Not Takedale. Sorry, Puka.
Yeah, let's see.
How's
the difference there?
What was the difference on that this week? I guess what did Swift do?
Not much. I think he had 8.9. I think he had 8.9. Okay.
That's unremarkable.
Still double, but yeah. Alvin Kamara did it on volume. 14 for a running back is a fine week. It's not amazing, but it's a fine week.
I think it's better than fine based on the running back landscape.
I'd say good. It's good, not great.
Would you rather have on your team for the rest of the season, Garrett Wilson or Puka Nacua? With or without Aaron Rodgers coming back? Because, say if he doesn't come back.
I'm going to say that he's not going to come back because they're not going to make the playoffs anyway, so there's no reason to push it. Knowing
Wilson or Puka.
Knowing that Puka only because Matt Stafford might play.
Yeah, probably Puka, but I do think Rodgers is going to play. I do. I think he wants to.
We all want him to because it'd be cool as fuck, but he's not going to play if they don't have a chance to make the playoffs. And I think that's what's going to happen. I think they're going to be mathematically eliminated and there's just no reason for the miracle to happen.
Take those two players, the last 4 games for them both. Puka's got one game in double digits, and Garrett's got 3.
Yeah, the other thing I would have to say about Jacoby's
that's Matt Stafford help, though. I'm saying health, I mean. You know what I'm saying? Because anytime Matt Stafford's not playing, then it does not matter.
Trash.
They don't have a backup. Their backup's Carson Wentz.
I hear you. He also played this week, and he put up 5. But I hear you.
It's true. Yeah. Well, it all went to Kyron Williams,
fucking did. And
makes me think that. I mean, that's the game plan. Like maybe Matt Stafford's at 100%. Let's not get him hit in Arizona because you don't need it. You can't stop anybody.
It's true. I think the wheels have finally fallen off for Adam Thielen. Has not been good in recent weeks. It'll be interesting to see what happens there with the regime change in coaching, because that can change things clearly, like it did in Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah.
Did you see Bryce Young's parents at the game?
No, I didn't watch that game.
Fully adorned in Alabama gear. They weren't rocking any.
Ooh, that ain't right.
It's not great.
That is not a good look.
Nope.
Franchise quarterback.
Head to toe, every piece of their gear had some Alabama.
Are you kidding?
No,
well, hey, in defense of them,
fucked up.
It is Iron. It was Iron Bowl weekend. Okay,
it wasn't Iron Bowl Sunday.
It wasn't, but
that ain't right.
And they just had a massive win. Did you see the end of the Alabama-Auburn game?
Yes.
There's some reasons to maybe be showing some Alabama pride.
Listen, your child is the number 1 overall pick for the Carolina Panthers. He's the face of their franchise.
Put some Carolina gear on.
You put some Carolina gear on. That's a bad look.
It is. I mean,
bad look.
The one thing I would say we got to eat crow on a little bit about Jacoby's lineup is, we were saying last week that Debo is the forgotten man when they're all healthy, and Debo had a great game. I mean,
Debo had a great game.
Very involved.
Well, and we said all season long, McCaffrey and Debo are not going to have simultaneous good weeks.
And they did.
Yeah.
Wrong about that one.
I mean, it happened once.
Still rolling with Mr. Njoku too. Still very involved with that.
Yeah. I think he'll be fine there. Fine there. He's got to figure out something else to do with Adam Thielen.
Oh, he's got Garrett Wilson.
Bench him for Terry McLaurin at this point, or Garrett Wilson. Yeah.
Yeah, and just pick between the matchup. Is what you do there. Yeah. Anything else to say on that one? Should we talk about some of the upcoming matchups next week?
I think Jacoby. I mean, it's not 100%, but as good as anyone can be with his point lead in that win. I think with this win, Jacoby is now a playoff lock.
I think so too.
And he can start playing for seeding purposes only.
Yeah, I mean, he's.
So I don't want to ignore that. Good job, Jacoby. I want to congratulate all the people. The moment they get in, and I think he's locked. I think he's locked in.
He's locked. I'd have to be. I think the same scenario with Strozzi and Todd. But instead of outscoring by 30, I'd have to outscore by 70 or something.
But hey, man, Strozzi and Jacoby are playing.
I know, which is why we need to get to the previews.
Yeah, that's a pretty heavy duty matchup there.
Yeah,
it is. They might both be in no matter what, but it's going to change who they play.
There's 6 matchups this week. One of them is mine. I got to win. And there's 3 of the remaining 5 that I can leapfrog over somebody, but I'm going to need some help.
Hey, did we talk about all the matchups? Can we move on?
We're done. We're done with the matchups.
Sweet. Schedule. Let's get to the final week of the regular season. The point champion will be decided.
Yep.
The playoffs will be locked in.
Oh, I need that point championship. We held on to it all season long.
You're gonna give it up in the last
week would be
really your lead is 7.1
against one of the hottest teams in the league.
Yeah, well, we'll be all right. So we just got to find
how many times. I wish we had an editor or a producer to go through all the episodes and just make a montage of Patrick saying the sentence. We'll be all right.
Well, it's proved to be true the last 2 weeks. You guys said I was going to be out. We got 2 in a row, baby.
You haven't even made it in yet.
That's important to note, though. He was going to be eliminated twice now.
Yep, yeah. 2 in a row. Let's go.
Ain't doing it. You need one
more.
Not
doing it. Not dying.
You need one more.
Won't die like the Terminator.
God, but there's probably only going to be one of us in it. Not necessarily, but probably. Because, again, I can still pass Todd or Jake. But you're the easiest one because you got one less win, right?
That's right.
I just gotta get the dub, man. Gotta beat the turd squad.
Well, so you know what? Let's talk about that matchup first, because I bet it's the first one that Patrick's got loaded
that's exactly where I was going.
Oh man, I'm starting to catch on.
Yeah, finally. Yeah.
12 weeks later. Less preseason.
Yeah. God. Well, so if we're talking about this matchup, you got
no Lamar Jackson, you're fucked.
Lamar hasn't really been helping me that much he's had plenty of weeks where he was one of the significant reasons why I lost. So I mean,
Right,
I don't know, man.
Get rid of him.
You got Dave Montgomery against New Orleans. That's not a great matchup.
No, it ain't. No,
You
it's
know,
not.
so but we probably got to run him out there anyway
You have to.
because we're shorthanded in the flex where Ramondre is probably going to end up. You got a good matchup with Tony Pollard. Tyreek Hill's got a good matchup. DK
Because
runs
everything's
into
a good
Dallas.
matchup with Tyreek Hill.
Yeah. Well, Washington is a good matchup.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I completely agree. DK
But,
Metcalf is
Oh,
not.
you got no Stephon Diggs either. I didn't even see that. Damn.
Ooh.
I got no Diggs and I got no Lamar. I mean, the fill in at quarterback, there's some options there. I think could be all right.
And you're locked in at Kate Otten because you can't play likely with the Ravens out too.
There's other tight ends. I might do something there, but I don't mind playing Kate Otten against Carolina. I don't mind.
I don't mind you playing that either. Turns out.
Well, I mean, best option I got. What did I tell you guys that Kate Otten was like a 6 point a week guy? How many points did he score this last week?
I don't know.
6.5.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Well, it's still a weird thing. It's still a weird
I
thing
don't
to
give a
brag
shit
about.
about
But
that. Yeah, I don't give a
Well,
shit about
no,
that.
it is a thing to brag about because what's important in fantasy
It's a
is
weird
what
thing
guys
to
are
brag
going
Because
to
on
do.
Patrick's team. Yeah.
To know what
it's
guys
gonna
are
be
going to do.
fun.
And I knew what he was going to do.
It's gonna be fun.
Anyway, hey, it's going to be all right. Get it right. Okay. Trisha's got some good matchups too. She's got Pacheco
Yes,
against
she
Green
does.
Bay. She's got Godwin against Carolina.
And Mixon looks like a better option with the backup quarterback. I'll tell you that. He had some pretty electric plays this week.
Yeah, but Jacksonville is rolling right now. I don't know if I'd want to be playing Jacksonville right now.
I mean, they might be rolling, but like they got no other options. Joe Mixon getting that ball.
Yeah, but if their defense knows that, then I don't think he's going to be very efficient. You know,
We got a shootout coming in Houston.
in Houston. Who's? Oh, well, it
Russell
could be.
Wilson.
Yeah, could be. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. Depends on what version of the Texans show up. You know, but they've been pretty for real lately. It would be cool if she would drop Derek Carr. I'd love to play him in the dome against. But
Don't do it.
you want to go ahead and
Don't
drop
do
Derek
it,
Carr
Trish.
for me? That'd
Don't
be nice.
do it.
She won't do it. She'd like to help people out, remember?
Yeah.
Not to just be by chance.
Anyway, I don't. You know, she I think has the advantage because I got some guys out.
Oh, and
it's all
don't
going to
forget,
depend on.
Justin Jefferson's getting added to that lineup.
Yeah, I know that's not fun. I don't know who she puts him in for. Probably Tyler Lockett is what I would do.
Absolutely,
Giving out
Tyler
advice,
Lockett.
but that's what
Yeah.
I would do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Can't,
think you're
can't
right.
keep him against.
I mean, I
Against
might
Dallas.
keep Lockett in there because, like, he got such good hands. I
Speaking
might
of
only
which-
because I like Lockett better than I like Godwin. Not because
You
I
like
would-
him against Deron Bland?
Yeah,
I was just going to bring up
over Chris Godwin. Yes, I'm still putting JJ in. I'm just putting him in over Godwin, not over Lockett.
Godwin against Carolina. I like Godwin against Carolina way more than Lockett against Dallas.
Yeah, well, I am biased towards Lockett. I always have been.
Tampa
Yeah.
might just run the ball
That's-
against Carolina though, because you can clearly do that and win games.
Yeah.
You know, Rashad
they
White's
might.
been good lately. But anyway, I wanted to say one little aside, little Madden aside. When guys break records in the league, they get a special card in Madden Ultimate Team. Mr.
Ooh.
Deron Bland got a limited record breaker card, and it looks nasty.
Ooh,
Like
I bet it's
93 speed, 93 zone.
What's his return rating?
I don't know, but he gets pick artist for 0 AP. Free. Pick artist for free.
Ooh.
So going to be good at picking returning interceptions.
5 pick sixes in one
Yep.
season.
First one this year to get a record breaker card.
Love that.
Yeah.
And that's why you drink at the draft. Okay. That's why. You listen to your gut. You let the alcohol influence you just a little bit.
Cody's real ballsy drafting the most electric defense in the league last year.
we all knew they were going to be great.
Ooh,
Draft
And
them
we
in
all
July.
and we knew I reached. We all know I did.
No, we didn't. You're the only one that's claimed that.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Nobody else has
definitely
even. It's always just been head nods. Like, okay, let him have it.
Sure, yeah, you reached. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Thank you.
Yeah, whatever,
Thank you.
dude.
Thank you.
You know what's funny is who's going to win this matchup between you and Erica? It's like the who cares matchup of the week. I don't even want to vote on this
Yeah.
one.
You
Matter
say
at all.
that it's not going to matter for 2 or 3 weeks, but it could still matter. You know,
Well, it
'cause
is the
there's
number one
sometimes-
seed.
It is the
It's
number
true.
one seed.
and
Yeah.
the seeding goes off of the rest of the matchups too. So
Yeah.
That's true.
So
I don't
one
know how
seed
you-
will guarantee that you're not playing the 3 seed in the following week.
I don't
Yep.
think it's great to be the 1 seed if that means they get matched up with you though in the second week. I don't know if that's a great reward.
If it means you're not playing Jacoby,
true.
though, look at what
Yeah.
Jacoby's done week in and week out for the last month.
True.
It's true. But
We won't
Jacoby's
know
going to
until
be
we
the
see
3
what the
seed.
Yes, he
lineups
is.
end up as after this week.
At least, most likely, he might lose to Strozzi, and that might change some things. But yeah, that's
So-
what that's
Oh,
what's
so you mean
looking
that's
like.
why you'd want to be 1, so you'd have to play him. I got you.
Yes.
Yeah. If he wins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever about this one. I think Cody probably wins because Erica's got a lot of buys.
Oh my God, does she? She's got Josh
she
Jacobs
does.
on a buy. She's got TJ Hawkinson on a buy. She's got Zay Flowers on a buy. Yeah, she's not gonna win.
I think
She
you
basically got
gotta
Jamar
go
Chase on a buy too. So that's
Cody. He's on a perpetual buy.
he is.
Yeah.
Fact.
Um,
Any other important ones? I mean, obviously, I got to win against Austin. Austin again still has. Wait, does he have a chance? Yeah, he has a slim chance, but like 1%. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna
he's
go
out.
Allen. I'm gonna go Allen to beat Brant too, because Brant's got he's got Saquon, Josh Allen, Dalton Kincaid, Minnesota.
Yeah, you're right. He doesn't
oh
have a
my
team.
God,
Yeah,
He doesn't
he's got
have a
half
team.
his team out. So
Yeah,
I
okay,
think
yeah.
I'm gonna go Allen.
I guess we are picking winners still. So I'll pick Allen too. That's the only Allen pick I've made in a month and a half.
And for the record, I'm picking me, Cody, Allen so far. So we'll keep track.
I'm picking Trish.
Cody, and you're picking Allen. All right, let's get on those matchups then.
Okay.
And your matchup, I'm gonna pick Trish as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pick Cody.
Cody.
And I'm gonna
As
pick,
am I.
and I'm gonna pick Allen. So I'm gonna same on 2 of those, and I'm flipped on the other one.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So who's winning, me or Austin?
You.
I fucking need to.
Gus Edwards is up. And Gus Edwards, any game that he performs, Austin wins. And any one he doesn't, Austin loses. There it is.
And he's got to play Kirk and Pittman because Addison's on a bye, Deontay Foreman's on a bye, Odell Beckham Jr. is on a bye.
Jonnu Smith has got the Jets. You don't like that.
2 of my light Washington on fire though.
He might.
You might.
We'll see.
But Patrick,
I'm gonna go
Green Bay on fire.
We'll see, man. Green Bay is hot, man. It's a primetime game. See what happens. They played Kansas City tough last year. They did. Anyway, so I'm gonna go Mr. Wilson because he's.
Did they play Kansas City tough with Aaron Rodgers last year?
No, they played Kansas City tough with Jordan Love.
Did he play?
Yeah, he did.
Was it week 18?
It was a 1-score game. No, it wasn't.
No.
It was middle of the year. It was Jordan Love's one of his first full games he played, other than when they were getting boathoused by the Eagles last year. Anyway, we're almost done. We're fine.
Tony, who'd you pick in this one?
I'm picking you.
Yep. I think we all picked you.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I'm
then
picking
did
you.
we pick between Strozzi and Jacoby yet?
Not yet.
Not
This
yet.
is the
That
most
one's one of the
interesting
This is
one.
tight. It's
right.
juicy and it's tight.
Well, then skip it. Let's do Luis and Todd first. Who we
Sorry,
pick
guys.
on
I didn't
that
mean
one?
Well, easy.
Usually I mean to do shit like that. I didn't mean to do that one.
Yeah, I think
Easy
we're picking
Todd.
Todd, right? I mean, Jonathan Taylor
Yeah.
is out probably 2 or 3 weeks with I think a thumb now, but he's got Zach Moss. This is the one talking point that I talked to Cody about before the episode today.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at Zach Moss's weeks 2 through 6, he put up when Jonathan Taylor was definitely out with his contract bullshit. 19, 21, and 32 existed in that. And that 32-point game, Cody pointed out, was against the team that they're also playing this week, the Tennessee Titans.
And it was supposed to be good against the run, but apparently they're not against Indianapolis.
He had
not.
30
And
carries.
they sold pieces.
He had
Yeah.
He had 23 carries for 165 yards and 2 touchdowns with 2 more catches for 30 yards.
I gotta look at this matchup because right out the gate, I'm like, oh yeah, Todd's gonna win this, but Jalen Hurts against San Francisco.
Yeah, but look at the
I
other
ran
side,
against
Brock
Cleveland
Purdy.
too.
He's got to put C.J. Stroud in for against Denver over Brock Purdy. I think he's got to put Zach Moss in.
He's got to actually set a lineup.
He does.
God, I don't know if I have faith in him to do that.
It looks like
he's
they're
going to have to
saying-
play Miles Sanders unless he's going to put him in over fucking Kenneth Gainwell again. He's got to stop playing Gainwell.
He's got to stop playing.
Also, the reason why Jeff Wilson's got a 3-point projection is because they're projecting Achane to play again this week. Achane's got a 12-point, who's also on Todd's team. We can throw Achane.
Ooh.
So
is A-Chain getting in?
And that could bite him in the ass again because he could be active and get 1 yard again.
possible. And because they're not going to need him to beat Washington.
I don't pick a lot of upsets. But I'm hoping and I'm praying that Luis actually sets a legitimate lineup, tries to get it all in, and if he does that, I'm picking Luis for the upset.
If that happens to Todd, it's going to be so brutal after the run
he
put together
I'm
to
feel
get
so
into
bad
this
for him
spot.
when I make the playoffs.
And I'm picking it. I'm picking it to happen.
I want it to happen. I'll be happy if I lose this pick, but I'm picking Todd.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going Todd.
And now the matchup of the week.
Yeah, clearly. The only couple of teams that pretty much have their full squads too, by the way. They only each have like one guy on bye, and they're both irrelevant guys. You know, so
Christian McCaffrey's going against Philadelphia, though.
I think they're going to be able to run the ball on Philly. You've been able to run the ball on Philly a little bit lately, if you haven't noticed. The Chiefs were able to do it.
He's Tyreek Hill. There is no stopping Christian McCaffrey. He will get points.
Yeah. I think Alvin Kamara could have a decent day against Detroit too. You know, for Jacoby, it's going to come down to does Jordan Love shit the bed against KC.
I think Najee Harris has a good game against Arizona.
Yep. After what Kyron just did, probably.
Yes.
Right.
Jahmyr Gibbs might be the answer for the Lions against New Orleans because if you can't get the ball going on the run, you could use the short passing game as a substitute, and that's going to be Jahmyr Gibbs. So
the Philly San Francisco game strikes me as the kind of matchup where Jalen Hurts is struggling to throw the ball and is throwing up some fucking ropes down the field to AJ Brown, just taking chances, and that man wins some of those. You know, if he put up 130 and 2 touchdowns, I wouldn't be surprised.
I think you see Philly lean on the run game in that one to keep Chase Young and Nick Bosa from screaming down on Mr. Hurts back there. I think you see him try to run the ball.
I think they can do. I don't think they can. I don't think they can run the ball against Fred Warner.
Fred Warren?
Warner.
Yeah.
Warner.
I almost was going to correct you and say Frank Warner, but it is Fred Warner.
I wonder why
anyway.
Warner.
I
mean, think about Jalen Waddle against Washington too. I mean, just talk about like some of the things you think going your way. As far as matchups concerned, I'm picking
Strozzi's got the better matchups.
I mean, starting lineups in right now, it looks like Strozzi's got the projected win too. So I don't know.
It's going to be close. I think it's going to be a very close matchup.
I think you're swapping Garrett Wilson over Adam Thielen just because Adam Thielen's been going downhill.
I think you're right.
I think it's a coin flip.
I think this could be the week where Jacoby rolling Jordan Love out there bites him in the ass too. I think that's very possible.
Yeah, I mean against Kansas City, I think you're right. I think you're right, but it's not going to matter that much to him. So he's not going to make a move to change it because he's going to be in the playoffs no matter what.
Well,
I'm going to ride with the Dave squad on this one. Jacoby gets the better.
And then also you should be riding with Jordan Love in the playoffs because he gets the Giants, Tampa, and Carolina. Doesn't get better than that.
That's pretty good.
So that's a good.
It does if you're a better quarterback, but again,
there you go. I'm like,
he's QB 10, guys. So
10. There's 12 of us. There's 12 of us.
The top 6 are in the playoffs.
For Jordan Love to be the QB 10, man.
No, we understand that that's improbable.
Yeah, he's exceeded expectations. He's still not very good.
But when you're talking about the playoffs of our league, no, sir.
No, but he's been playing well lately.
He
continues that streak, and he's going to be playing bad defenses like he has these weeks where he's dominated.
In Jacoby's lineup, where he's got studs at a lot of different places,
he can be soft there. there. Yeah.
But
all right.
Anyhow, I think that does it pretty much, right? I mean,
oh boy.
Might be wearing a paper bag over my head for next week's episode, y'all.
And then for the next 7 months.
I'm gonna come in with a fat glass of whiskey and a cigar at the end of next week when I celebrate my playoff berth. The improbable yet convincing run that I've made into the
if the fantasy gods are smiling on our podcast, all 3 of us will make it in because there's still a chance.
You know, it'd be really stupid.
All 4 of us.
Yeah. You know, it'd be really stupid
if it was all 4 of us again.
God,
People would call it
like
conspiracy.
they would after all the nonsense and after all the improbability.
It's
Wow.
just all a +4 again.
Oh,
Have
God.
That'd be fun.
That would
Erica
hurt
send
people.
me some
That
juju
would
then,
hurt
because
people.
I'm gonna need some of that Erica juju.
Mhm.
And the crazy thing is the way that it's set up, it could very easily happen because you two are already
could.
going to be there. And then all it would take is me and him to get in the playoffs, win the
And
first
then
round.
me
and then it'll be
knocking
all
out
four of us.
Strozy.
I
and
know.
Todd.
I know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I thought about this
Yeah.
today.
That's wild.
Strozy is somewhere rolling his eyes right now listening to this.
Probably. But anyway, good luck, y'all. Good luck to me first and foremost. The rest of you can really suck it. But I hope you get some glory. I hope you have some entertainment. It's the last week. Hopefully I win the point title. We can hang a beautiful jersey up right here. Maybe we'll get a Duran Bland one just to troll the boys.
I wouldn't enjoy
Yeah.
that.
Are you kidding me? Like, oh yeah,
Oh, he used his prize to be a troll. You like Stephen A. Smith.
right?
That's right,
Thanks for putting up a jersey of the
It's
guy
like
that I
showing up in a
drafted.
cowboy hat and a cigar.
You mean I get to be reminded of happiness every time I look at your bland wall?
You could be reminded of what you
Bland.
don't have and that I have every time you look at the wall.
I thought that wall was bland before.
Heyo.
Yeah.
Hey, nice.
Now
I
kinda has to
don't
go
even
there.
think you meant to do that, did you?
I did it the first time. By the
Yeah,
third time I made
beautiful.
that same joke, I definitely meant it.
I caught him the second time.
I caught it the third. So hey, it
was there for every one of them. I was there for every one of them.
Well, anyway, boys, I think that'll do it. I have some folks and dogs
Some
to
Madden?
attend to over here.